I'm excited to watch Lifeboat for 2 reasons. Also, I gotta redo my whole intro. Anybody else see that? I just did the whole thing. I'm excited to watch Lifeboat for 2 reasons. Number one, this is one of those films that takes place in a confined environment, which is always somewhat fascinating to me. But if Alfred Hitchcock is the one making the movie in a confined environment, you just know it's gonna be great. So I'm excited about that. The second reason I'm excited, I just read the description for the first time, like just now, and apparently a mercenary ship that's been blown up by a U-boat. That's where the movie takes place, in the lifeboat of the ship that's just been blown up. But apparently one of the passengers of the lifeboat was a sailor from the U-boat that just blew up the ship. So, oh, the intrigue. I'm so excited. So please hit the like button, subscribe if you're enjoying this kind of content and you want more of it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, look, let's do it. Let's experience Lifeboat for the very first time. Wow. Ooh, that's cool as the fire hit the water. Oh, I love that. Some of the supplies, yeah. Did I say merchant ship or mercenary ship in my intro? I obviously meant merchant ship. I said mercenary. Wow. She seems so calm and collected for someone who's in a lifeboat after their ship blew up.
Lady, you certainly don't look like somebody that's just been shipwrecked.
Right.
And I certainly feel like it.
I was off duty in the washroom, thanks.
Yeah.
Caught with my... I was washing my hands when the torpedo smacked us.
Get that. It might come in handy.
Yes, a chair is a great idea.
What are we worrying about this junk for? Let's take a look around for some of the others before that U-boat surfaces again and sees us.
She won't surface. One of our shells got her.
You're Constance Porter. I heard you were aboard.
She a reporter?
So you took pictures?
Porter the reporter?
I got a beautiful shot of the gun crew firing at the submarine, but the best of all was in the boat here with Joe. I got the freighter going down. One of the lifeboats caught in the suction and pulled under. What did you do that for?
Why don't you wait for the baby to float by and photograph that? Hey, wait.
Ah!
Best film I ever took.
Look.
To the bottom of the sea.
That's better than going there yourself.
I mean, he's right. The priority is saving lives. I appreciate your passion for photography, but...
When will I ever get stuff like that again? Of all the stupid, clumsy...
Maybe we can arrange another shipwreck for you sometime.
Hey, there's power in preserving history, but I'd rather preserve lives.
There's
Oh,
somebody
awesome.
out
There's
there.
3 of them. That's
You're
great.
right, Kovac.
That's 3 of them.
Ah, she's repeating me.
Never mind me. Help me, save his leg.
Well, hang on then.
Well, folks, we're in business again. I thought everybody was killed. I never expected to see you alive.
You know I'm practically immortal, Rick.
How does it look?
It's a pretty deep cut.
It's leaking.
Of course
I
it
ain't gonna
is.
wind up with a gimpy leg, am I?
No, not enough to interfere with your jitterbugging.
Everything under control? Anything I can do?
You ain't got a little something to drink on you?
I have some brandy, darling.
Oh, boy, I could sure go for some of that.
It's the steward.
There's a woman.
Oh my gosh, they saved the baby. Oh, I'm so glad they saved the baby. I kind of wish you hadn't smashed the bottle now. Although it looked cool in the water.
She tried to drown the baby and herself with it.
Oh, well, I'm glad you saved her.
You're safe. The baby's safe. It's all right. And the danger's
Is
over.
the baby safe? Because I don't hear any crying. Oh no. The baby's not safe.
Best let her have it. We'll wait till she's asleep.
Here.
Oh, that's devastating.
Hey, look. Thank you, Chef.
Oh. Oh no, don't cut away. I want to see their immediate response.
He's very grateful to us for having saved his life. Regrets very much the U-boat was compelled to sink our ship.
Can we believe anything he says?
He says he's not a captain or officer, just a crew member.
A crew member or skipper, he's German.
Well, a guy can't help being German if he's born a German, can he?
Throw him off.
Have you gone out of your mind?
Throw the Nazi buzzard overboard.
That's out of the question. It's against the law.
Well, the bottom line is this isn't a battle. This is surviving. And I think providing he's not trying to attack you.
If we harm this man, we're guilty of the same tactics that you hate him for.
Yep.
My name is Schmidt, but I changed it to Smith. That's what I got against these guys more than anything else. They make me ashamed of the name I was born with. I say throw him to the sharks.
Well, he's a prisoner of war.
Correct.
Got to be treated as such.
I agree with him.
The way it's done is to hang on to him till we're picked up, then turn him over to proper authorities.
How about you, sister?
My baby's dead.
Yeah, we know. I wish it were not so. Also, I'm pretty sure there's no baby there. It's just a cloth. I don't blame her for wanting to hold on to him or her. I mean, there's no knowing how you'll respond to losing a child, especially in this way.
The water break has been taped up, and in the morning we'll rig up a sail and get going. And in the meantime, I think we'd all better try and get some sleep.
What's this? Mrs. Porter lent you her coat to help keep you warm. What did you do with my baby?
Your baby's dead.
You killed him, didn't you?
No. Oh, no. This could get real messy.
Johnny, let me go.
Get a rope, somebody. We've got to tie it down.
I mean, like, obviously you don't want her to cause issues or whatever. I'm not sure tying her down is the right course of action. Then again, I don't know. What do you do? This whole situation is full of uncertainties and tough choices.
What worries me is the compass. Knocked to pieces.
I froze. Only had my fur coat to keep me. Oh,
Uh-oh.
where's
What?
Miss Higley?
Did she jump? Did she hang herself? Maybe she should have been tied up. But if that's the case, I wish she would have done a better job. I don't know. I'm sad. Hey, share your compass? You want to share your compass? No? Just gonna keep that to yourself?
Connie, will you keep the ship's log, please?
Righto, Rito, providing I control the copyright and all publication rights, including the Scandinavian.
Who elected Mr. Rittenhouse?
Well, he's
Mr. Rittenhouse.
in this type of situation, the person who takes charge gets to be in charge. No one else stepped up.
There's a piece in here about some people that were adrift on a lifeboat for 80 days.
Oh gosh, don't share that information.
How does the leg feel now?
It don't feel at all. I wish I could walk around.
Wait, is he saying he doesn't feel anything? Is he paralyzed?
You've been all over the world. You've met all kinds of people. But you never write about them. You only write about yourself.
Interesting.
You think this whole war is a show put on for you to cover like a Broadway play.
I mean, that seems pretty apt. That's why she was more concerned about her pictures. Maybe she'll learn something through this experience.
Does anybody here know the course to Bermuda?
Without a compass,
What's the matter with the sun?
I think it's out that way.
You think?
Here.
He says east-southeast is in that direction.
How does he know?
I don't know. Would you trust him or not? I mean, don't kill him, but don't trust him either is where I'm leaning. Obviously, he is hiding a compass.
What we need is an able seaman, and we've got one.
Who, me? I'm a disabled seaman.
That was a good line.
He wasn't the captain.
Wasn't he? The Captain?
Yeah?
Ah, well, what do you know? He was the captain.
Do you mean you want to turn the boat over to the man who sunk our ship and shelled our lifeboats?
I mean, I want you to turn the boat over to the man obviously best qualified to run it.
You're crazy. As of now, I'm skipper, and anybody don't like it can get out and swim to Bermuda. What about that?
I'll buy it.
Suits me. Out there.
If you really want them to listen to you,
He says if you go your way, you'd only head further out to sea.
show the compass.
We'll head this way. Take the tiller, Sparks.
I think they're making the right decision. Oh no! Oh. Actually, my first response was, oh no, but I actually am kind of happy. Like, I don't want her to suffer or anything, but I would like her reporting stuff to lower on the priority scale.
Why shouldn't I grouse? Little by little, I'm being stripped of all my earthly possessions.
Good. There's more important things.
I'm glad the freighter was torpedoed.
Dear young lady, what an extraordinary thing to say.
Yeah, I would like her to expound upon that, actually.
Ain't it a Lulu?
Is it infected? We need to cut it off?
What did he say?
You'll have to be amputated at once.
How are you going to pull that off on the lifeboat?
Says he was a surgeon in civilian life. He's done many operations.
If he did, they were probably illegal.
I don't want no operation.
You want to live,
I-
don't you?
Not with one leg.
Don't be a sap, Gus.
Think you should let him do the operation.
If I lose my leg, I lose Rosie.
Of course,
Are
I
you
don't
sure?
know.
She loves to dance. It's her hobby. It's her...
That's true, but does she maybe love you more than dancing? Maybe?
Some of my best friends are women. And one of them's that kind of a...
What kind of a...
Well,
What is the word they're leaving out?
She's got a heart as big as her head.
you want to break it. Well, you'd rather die than trust her.
Rosie's human like everybody else, and it ain't like we was married or had a home and all.
To find out that you risked your life, perhaps even died, just because you had no faith in her.
All right, he's gonna do it.
Is there any sort of anesthetic?
Nothing.
He says brandy's better than nothing.
Did I hear brandy?
Finally.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Brauche Nadel und Zwirn aus der Bootsmannskiste.
Hallo.
Hiya, Gus.
Hey, you're cutting off your leg for Rosie. Don't forget that, Gus.
Give us a kiss, man.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure why she would kiss him, but hey, he's about to lose a leg, so, you know. Oh man, they're gonna have to do it with like essentially a pocket knife.
You're a no good heel.
Oh.
Immer flach legen. Waschen sich die Hände.
Well, he exerted all his energy. And now he's unconscious. That's good. My mom had a pretty severe injury recently, and she said that sleep is the best pain medication. So hopefully he stays unconscious for the duration. He won't need that shoe anymore. Is it done? I'm glad she's able to put on more makeup. God forbid.
We ought to be in Bermuda in no time.
I hope so, for Gus's sake.
That is, if we're on the right course.
Well, does he still think we're not?
Das ist ohne Kompass schwer zu sagen.
One can't be sure without a compass. Don't you realize that it's imperative we get Gus to hospital as soon as possible?
Sure I do.
Well, then why not listen to somebody who knows?
Are we headed for Bermuda?
Nein.
Suppose he's right.
It's my funeral.
No, it's not. It's Gus's funeral.
Correct.
Guess maybe I lost a little weight.
You'll be all right, Gus.
I guess that's true. Silver lining.
How soon do we get to Bermuda?
Pretty soon, Gus. Trouble is, I'm not sure about our course. I'm only sure of one thing. I don't trust that Nazi.
You're the skipper.
He's hiding the compass, and that's suspect.
All right, Sparks. Follow the Germans' course.
All right, he convinced them to change course. And now he's gonna sneak a peek.
Glad the freighter was torpedoed.
What?
That's what you said yesterday.
Yeah, why?
Well, I wasn't particularly anxious to get to London.
Male.
And married. But not to me.
Don't know who the guy is, but I know men, especially married men. Some of my best friends.
Are married men. I'll finish it for you. Enjoy your sleep.
She certainly has a way of getting at things. Well, I didn't mind her prying, really. I wanted to talk. All the time I knew he was married. And when he enlisted and was sent to London, I was glad. And then when I was assigned to London myself, well, I knew if we met there, away from home, away from everything. I'm sorry.
So she doesn't want to rekindle, or she doesn't seem confident that she'd be able to resist.
Before we was torpedoed, Nolan was talking.
He was telling me all about his wife going to stay with her family in Bermuda.
Pointed out our course over the bows.
Oh,
I saw the planet Mars low on the horizon.
yes!
That's Mars over there to the right.
You figured it
We're
out.
not heading for Bermuda.
Yes.
We're heading to miss Bermuda.
That was me being glad.
Kovac, I still say we have no right to condemn the man without a hearing. And perhaps the course he gave us was wrong, but that doesn't prove anything. He might have been mistaken.
When I questioned him yesterday,
No, he was wrong, and he was giving you bad information on purpose. That doesn't mean you should kill him. He did still save our one-legged pirate guy.
Remember yesterday you looked at your watch and told the German the time? He
Oh,
had a watch of his own.
Well, what of it?
putting it together.
I want to know what time it is by the Germans' watch. Joe,
Yeah?
operate.
I can't. The guy's asleep.
Well, that's a break, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like shooting a sitting duck.
Yeah, I don't think your conscience should bother you. He is a prisoner of war.
Looks like quite a blow.
Oh no. You definitely are within your rights to take the watch. Yes. All right, things are looking up.
Dirty double-crossing rat. There's only one thing we have to do with the guy.
But Kovac, it's murder.
It's execution.
time up. Keep a watch on him.
I agree with that. You should tie him up.
You've been there. You've seen him killed, haven't you?
In battle, yes, but not in cold blood like this.
I love the way they're showing the storm here. Oh no! Are they dead? Is the boat gonna sink and the movie ends? Because that would be a big disappointment on my end.
You fools! Stop drinking
Not how I
Take
would want it to end.
Joe, take the sheet.
Thankfully, when it's life and death, his English gets significantly improved.
You speak English.
Of course I speak English.
Ah, my suitcase. Get that
Who cares about your possessions, lady? Shouldn't you lower the sail? I'm not a sailor. I know nothing about sailing. You don't have to lower it anymore. It's been taken care of.
Might as well get down together, ain't Donnie?
Weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin.
Okay.
Die zur Liebe, aber allein nur. Ja, ja.
Our enemy, our prisoner of war. Now we're his prisoners, and he's gauleiter of the boat, singing German lullabies to us while he rows us to his supply ship. Where'd you get the handcuff, Mrs. Porter?
You may call me Connie. We did once during the storm, remember? We might as well go down together, eh, Connie? Dying together is even more personal than living together.
What'd you pay for the bracelet?
It's my passport. From the stockyards to the Gold Coast. It got me everything I wanted, up to now.
He's just looking at the bracelet.
Quit slumming.
He likes it, but he hates the bracelet. We'll have to get rid of it.
Bracelet? I wouldn't take it off for anything or anybody in the world.
It's like her final possession, and she has to let go of it to enter into the future. Maybe to find a more satisfying and fulfilling life, focusing on others rather than herself. We'll see.
I'll see you. Queens.
Kings.
Boom!
You know, it's mighty funny how you keep winning all the pots. What's the score?
13,500.
How about raising the ante?
It's your funeral.
$1,000 apiece?
Right.
Oh man, it's getting intense. Everybody's watching.
5's the bet. Put up or shut up.
And raise you 5.
I've got you over a barrel.
See you, Rittenhouse. What have you got?
I've got...
Oh!
How do I know you had 4 deuces?
You ought to know. You made the cards, didn't you? And you marked them, too.
We're suspecting that he marked them, but we don't know for sure, do we?
It's raining.
Open your mouth.
Get the sail.
Get your cup ready. No! It stopped? It was just a tease. Oh, Gus.
Hey, Joe. What's the matter?
What's not the matter?
An out full of honey, that's what you are. Say, Rosie, I'm thirsty. Is to you, Rosie, baby?
Gotta love the imagination. To Rosie, baby. Oh, wait a second. Is that water? How he... What's going on?
You've been holding out on us.
You mustn't wake up the others.
Are you gonna share if he doesn't wake them up?
Why don't you go off to Rosie? She's waiting for you at Roseland. There. You see the lights?
Gosh. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do it! No!
Help! Stanley! Where's Gus?
He's gone over.
Why didn't you stop rowing?
The best way to help him was to let him go.
Gus said Willie had some water.
Yeah, right under his shirt.
Oh no, it's wasted!
And I had food tablets and energy pills too. Soon we'll reach the supply ship, and then we'll all have food and water. Too bad Schmidt couldn't have waited.
Yeah! Get him! Alright. It's done. But that begs the question, what are you gonna do now, friends? How are you gonna survive? I'm assuming cannibalism is not on the table? Because that's not the movie I want to watch.
To my dying day, I'll never understand Willie. What do you do with people like that?
I was going to ask you to marry me.
It's not too late. You still can.
What do you think you'd have said?
I think I would have said yes.
Yeah. Get married now on the ship. Lifeboat wedding.
So we're all going to fold up and die. Just because that Ezard Superman is gone.
No, it's because you're stranded in the middle of nowhere with no water and no food and no sign of rescue.
It's all
Whatever.
right for you to look up and trust in somebody. How about giving him a hand? We not only let the Nazi do our rowing for us, but our thinking. We haven't got energy pills, but the ocean's full of the millions of fish swimming around.
We tried that. We have no bait.
Sure, we have bait.
Finally. I don't know if it's the best bait, but it's a heck of a lot better than no bait. And it's going to be immediate because there's only so much time left in the film. I said immediate. Immediate. I'll edit it to make it look immediate.
Strike!
Oh, wow, they did it. Thank God. Yeah, pull it up.
There's a ship.
Pull it up. And there's a ship. Don't be knocking people off the boat here in the last minute. Good. Good. Goodbye, bracelet. Glad you can finally laugh, lady. Porter the reporter.
It's the supply ship, all right.
Yeah. Willie's had the last word at that.
Well, this is nerve-wracking.
What's happening?
Are they
They're
going to
turning
leave?
round.
They're not going to pick us up.
Hey! Well, that's impossible.
Oh, it's because Americans are coming, probably. Just
What's
get
the best way to
away
go?
from the ship that's probably about to sink. At very least, get out of the path. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh, I hope they don't shoot them. Oh, come on, y'all couldn't get out of the way?
She's going down.
Down she goes.
There comes our ship. She ought to be here in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Good heavens, my nails, my hair, my face.
Oh,
Mr.
jeez.
Christ.
Go back, my boy. I owe you 50 grand.
Forget that last hand, Red.
I will never forget that last hand.
Look,
Dankeschön.
It's his own.
Oh.
Let's get his coat off.
Gonna save this one?
Throw him back.
don't be silly, darling. He's helpless. He's only a baby.
He's changed since the beginning of the movie. But I mean, having that experience with Willie would change you, dude. No, it is different because he has a gun.
You can't treat them as human beings. You've got to exterminate them.
No, that's how they view the rest of humanity. Don't start seeing people that way.
What are you going to do with people like that?
I was thinking of Mrs. Igley and her baby. And Gus.
Well, maybe they can answer that.
As expected, it was a good movie. I've yet to see an Alfred Hitchcock film that I didn't like. This wasn't like one of my top, I don't know, have I seen more than 10 now? This wasn't like my top 5, but it was still good. There were so many great moments, so many, I mean, just the situation in and of itself is compelling. And throw into that interesting and complex characters, questions of morality. I mean, it's, what would you do in any of these situations that were presented in the film? I don't know that there's necessarily an easy black and white answer. You might feel differently. I enjoyed watching Connie throughout this film, even though I wouldn't say she was my favorite character by any means. She's probably one of my least favorite characters, but I enjoyed her journey as she slowly lost all of her possessions. I enjoyed the character of Gus, and I was sad that he died, and was really frustrated and annoyed with Willie and all his deception. You know, I just, why couldn't that man, knowing he was in a life or death situation, why couldn't he just been upfront, honest, and joined the little community of the Lifeboat, and perhaps they could have all worked together and more of them would have survived. We didn't have to lose Gus. We didn't have to lose Willie. Although after what he did with Gus, maybe we did have to lose Willie. Oh boy, Mrs. Higley. I think that might be the most tragic part of the movie, Mrs. Higley and her baby. What an interesting inclusion. And just heart-wrenching that she lost her baby and then she took her life. And obviously, I mean, she wasn't thinking clearly. It never occurred to me she would kill herself. I don't think she should have been tied up. She was grieving. She was hurting. I don't know what she would have done if she wasn't tied up. But if she didn't have the rope, she wouldn't have hung herself. Maybe she would have thrown herself overboard. I don't know. She needed to be watched. Or maybe she needed to be tied up tighter. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this movie was just interesting. I have a lot to think about still. It's gonna take me a little longer to process this. Even as I'm editing, I'm gonna be thinking and paying attention to some of the things that maybe I didn't pick up on this time around. And you've probably seen this film more than me, and you've probably already digested it. So I would love for you to let me know your thoughts on this movie and the different situations throughout. What would you have done? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. I've watched a lot of Hitchcock videos on the channel, so check out this playlist. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content like it. And thanks to my patrons, especially because you voted for this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.